Hello friends, welcome back to the session. So in the previous session we have seen about the what is extreme programming. So definition of the extreme programming, and also we have seen some of the steps of human factors. What are the human factors that affect the agile process development? So let us go for the extreme programming. So what is extreme programming? Why we are saying the extreme? So extreme is nothing but more. That means in development of the software product, the product what we are developing, so we have to follow some methodologies. So this extreme programming is one of the methodology that is applicable for the development of the software product. So extreme programming is a procedure. It's a procedure for the development of a software product. So why we are using the extreme programming? So this extreme programming is used for the, we have if you want to enhance any development, if we want to give some more changes to the product, so then we go for the extreme programming. So in this extreme programming, what it will do is, in every step, whatever the code that we write, so it will be gone for testing. That means continuous evaluation, continuous testing, continuous testing process is will be done. Why we are using that continuous testing? So if we test continuously after developing some code, it will useful for the product enhancement. That means after writing the some code, for example, if you people are writing the some example like a in C programming or Java programming, you are writing a some code, some C is equal to A plus B, some logic you have to apply. So whether this logic is applicable is per according to the output. So whatever the requirements, this extreme programming is mainly depends upon the user requirements. User requirements. So what is the exact output want by the user or customer or stakeholder? So what is the main, what is the output he wants? According to the output, they have to write the code. While writing the code, they have to check at each and every step, they have to check the what is the output for that code. So is that output is according to the user's requirements or not? So this is a extreme programming. So the implementing of this extreme programming, what is the use is, so in order to if you use the extreme programming in the development of the software product, it is the most flexible one, simple. So whatever the code we are writing in that, it should be a simple one and easy. Next one is refactor. For example, so I want to develop one software product. Let us say some website development. Let us say this is a one website. So I am one of the stakeholder. I went to some software developer. I said them develop a website. So in this website, I want requirements. What are the requirements is, I want the some menu items, some menus, one page, home, one page, login, one page. Like that, I have given the 5 pages of website creation. Okay, so I am the stakeholder. I went to the software development team, and there I have given one website. So in that website, I should have the 5 pages. So they will develop this website. So within a scheduled time. So whatever the time, within that time, they develop the website. As the technology is advancing every day, as the requirements of the user is getting increasing every day. That means nowadays we are getting the technology advancements, so artificial intelligence, AI. So everywhere we are going, we are using the technology of artificial intelligence, IoT. So different technologies are came into existence. So now I want the website what they are developed. In that website, I want to implement artificial intelligence, like web chatbot. Chatbot is nothing but so through voice commands, through so without searching with a keyboard, I have to given the some commands through voice. So I want the chatbot. So in this chatbot, we can give the some help to the customers who are interacting with that website, or some different usages. Okay, so I went to the same developers and I asked them, so as the technology is advancing, so I want to improve my website view, and also I want to improve that my website business. Okay, so for that I want artificial intelligence implementation in this website. So what the people will do, software developers, so artificial intelligence is a one technique. So in the by using this technique, I want to implement one chatbot. So through that chatbot, the customers who are interacting with the website, they have to get the some help through voice commands, or some searching through voice commands. How your people are using in Android phones, like a Google Assistant. So what you people say? So go, you will just open the Google Assistant and you will give the some commands through voice. Okay, like that I want the same in the implementation in the website too. So if I went to the website, software developers, so those developers of extreme programmers, so XP, so extreme in the word extreme X and programming P, extreme programming, so shortcut is XP. So those extreme programmers, that is a one team of a development of the software product. So that team what will do, they will write the some code according to the my requirements. That means using the artificial intelligence technique, they will go introducing the some chatbot in that website. So that is the implementation. So it should be a simple one. So whatever the code they have to write within the existing one. So if the product is not understandable by the developers, they can't implement the exact product as per the user requirements. So they have to see the each and every part of the website, and they have to see the some flexibility in that. So whatever the code they are writing, it should be a simple one, and whatever the requirements, that means if you in future if you they want to implement some more, so it should be easy. And refactory is nothing but if they want to implement some more changes according to the user requirements. So in extreme programming, so the product will be developed as per the customer needs, immediate needs right now. So as per the today's so usage, so according to that they will develop, extreme programmers will develop, but not refer to the future needs. So in future we will use like this, in future we have to implement like this. They will not consider this future needs, they will only consider the customer immediate needs. So at present, whatever the needs they want, according to that the modifications will be done. So Beck is one of the contributor for the software developer, software engineering. So he's implemented some 5 values. Five values in order to get the product in a so to develop of the software product. So what are those 5 values in order to implement the extreme programming team to develop a software product, or to implement some changes in the existing product? So what are those 5 values? So first one is communication. Secondly, simple. Thirdly, feedback. And fourth point is courage. We can also use the word discipline also in place of courage. And finally, respect. These are the 5 values implemented in the extreme programming by the Beck. Beck is Kent Belt, his name, one of the contributor of the software development. So in this, so let's see these 5 values. What are these values? So first one is a communication. So what is meant by communication? So the way of interchanging, the interchanging of the words or the interaction of the people. That is a communication. So how this communication help in the software development, in extreme programming development product? So these are called, these 5 values are called as the XP values. We call those as the XP values. Okay. So first one is the communication. Coming to the first value is the communication. So what is communication? Communication is nothing but interaction. So whether the here the interaction is between the customers. Customers means we can also say stakeholders. And developers. So the communication between the among these 3. So who is the customer? The product who is using are the customers. Who are the stakeholders? According to the customer requirements, who are going to give the some project to the developers are the stakeholders or business people. And next one is the developers. So who are the developers? Who are developing the software product, who are writing the code for that. So that is the developers. So how that communication should be? So whenever the stakeholder interact with the developers or whenever stakeholders interacting with the customers, it should be a face-to-face one. That means they have to interact directly and they have to communicate what are his requirements, what are his idea about the product. So what are the changes he want to implement in the product, what is the existing product it was doing. So everything they have to tell to the developers, because the stakeholders will have some idea about the product. The developers has to know what is the product is to be. So and what it has to be enhanced, to what it has to be enhanced, and everything has to be known by the customers and stakeholders. So if the developers are not having the good communication between the customers and stakeholders, so they will not able to understand the requirements. What are the requirements? So what are the things they have to implement in the existing product? So in the existing product, what are the different defects or different disadvantages they are facing now? So everything, whatever the thing they want to develop in the product, the stakeholders have to communicate to the developers directly. So instead of maintaining any documentation. Of course, we can also maintain a documentation regarding the product, but in the documentation, whatever you write, see here in this class, I'm just, if I write down everything and without explaining to you people, what you people understand. So you will get according to your view or according to your idea, you will think, okay, this customer communication means customer, stakeholders, developers. But you don't know what is the relation among these 3. So that one I have to explain. That means when I am explained, you will get a clear picture of what is going on. So if I am not explaining anything and just I am giving the data over here, so what you people think? So what is communication means customer, stakeholders and developers, what they will do, what they interact. So why the interaction has done among those people, everything you can't know like that. So whatever the written in the documentation, it should not be a clear one. So everything they have to give through voice. That means they have to interact with them and they have to give some practical demo. So this is the product. This product has some disadvantages, and according to the technology advancement, I want to implement this. I want to get my product in this technology with this implementation. Like that, everything we have to tell to the developers by the stakeholders. How the stakeholders will get the information? They will interact with the customers. Customers means ours. So for example, nowadays you are getting the some, let us take a one mobile smartphones. So Redmi. So Redmi is every month and every week you are getting just some new phones, some versions 9A, 9i, Note Pro, Note 9. Like that you are getting the different products in the market. How you people are getting the different products? Is these products are according to the management? No. These products are developing according to the stakeholders and according to the customers. So some people want artificial intelligence, some Android phones. So whatever the Android phones we are using, some people want those Android phones by using artificial intelligence. That means everything they want to through voice commands. So requirements, according to the requirements, while interacting with the system, or while interacting with your phone, smartphone, whatever. So sometimes you may come to some requirements. Okay, in this phone, if you have the future like this, then it is very useful for me nowadays. Like that, you think at the some point of time. So like that, whatever the requirements needed by the customers, everything they have to they are taken by the stakeholders, that means business people. So according to the customer requirements, the stakeholders will think whether it is a needed one or whether it is useful one. So whether it is increase their business or not, everything it is think by the stakeholders. Okay, it is useful one, so for this purpose it will be useful, for this purpose it is not useful. Like that they will consider, and they will go for the developers, and they will give the some information regarding the implementation. So whatever the technology they want to implement in the product, and whatever the changes they want from the existing one, so everything they have to communicate. So communication plays an important role. This is the first value. Coming to the second value, simple. So whatever the code written by the developers, or whatever the thing they want to implement in the product, it should be simple. Keep it simple. KIS. Keep it simple. Why it is keep it simple? So I am developing a one product. So that product is not understandable by me. So it should be understandable by everyone. Then only it will be simple to the users, and they will more interact with the system. For example, your operating systems. We have the different operating systems, OS. So Windows. So now we are using mostly we are using the 10th version of the Windows. For example, if I say Windows 98 you have to install, and you have to work on the Windows 98. But you people can't work with the Windows 98 because Windows 10 is the higher version and Windows 98 is the lower version. So in the lower version there will be so many of the defects. So in order to cover those defects, 10th version came into existence. So of course in between so many of the versions are existed. And then, so what it should be? Windows 98 also will use the graphical user interface. Windows 10 also you will use the graphical interface. But what is the difference is the way of interaction, the way of designing, the way of look. It should be a simple one. In Windows 10 you will have a simple look, and everything will be within your voice commands. Through voice commands also you can do. We can install so many of the new programs or new applications as per the 10th version. Whereas in Windows 98, according to the now latest technologies or latest versions, it will not compatible Windows 98. So whatever you design in the product, it should be a simple one, or else if you take the Linux, so in Linux, what is the problem with you? So in Linux, there is no graphical user interface. You have to go for the command line interface. So by using command line interface, what you should have, you have to remember everything. That means it is not a easy one. It is not a simple one. That means people will get some confusion now by using that command line. So whatever the thing you are developing, it should be a simple one. So it has to be understandable to the user very easily, very user friendly. So this is the second point. And next, third point is feedback. Thirdly is feedback. So whatever the product you are developing, whatever the changes you want to implement in the product, you have to take the feedback from the customers, from the stakeholders also. So at every point of time, at every step you are going to implement, at every place you are implementing the some process. So at that time you have to take the feedback. So if you are implementing the some changes in the product, for example, previously that website creation, website. In that website, what I said, I want the artificial intelligence of chatbot. So by using the artificial intelligence, they implemented the chatbot. So in this chatbot, what I want is, so after developing of this chatbot, the developer has to give to the customers or stakeholders to check it in their environment, whether it is working in their systems. That means the software that is developing in one environment is different from the stakeholders, different one. That means, for example, so Windows operating system, Microsoft MS. So MS people are implementing the software product in their environment. Environment is nothing but either the software or hardware, so or the space, everything is different. Okay, so Microsoft is a different spaces and different hardware will use in order to develop the software product. So the same specifications of the software and hardware and space we can't use, because we are not a developers. We just utilize the thing what they have given. So according to that, so we don't go for this hardware. So they have to check in the customer view also. In the customer view, they have to implement the product what they have developed, whether it is working in the customer way of. For example, you people are you people are developed one website. Let us say some website you people are developed. So that website is working in your system. That means different web browsers we have. So different web browsers. Chrome, Opera, Mozilla, Internet Explorer. Like that, we have so many of the Chrome browser, web browsers. So this website that you develop, is it working in all browsers or not? Why we have to check in all web browsers? Because some people are more familiar with the Chrome. Some people utilize the Opera. Some people will go for the Mozilla according to their requirements. I mean, according to the usage. So some people more interested in Internet Explorer. So all the people in the world will not go for the one thing. They will go for according to their utilization, according to their view. Okay. So like that. So whatever the website or whatever the product they are developed, it should be working in the customer's specifications or not, in customer side or not. They have to check and they have to take the feedback. So whatever the changes they had done is according to the customers or stakeholders requirements or not. So is the product is going in the right way or not. So this feedback will be taken at each and every step of the implementation of the product. not at the end of the product, because if they take the at the end of the product, so what will happen is, if the output means the way of the product working is not according to the customers and stakeholders, the time they invested, the money they invested, the maintenance cost they invested, everything will be fail. I mean, everything will be lost. So in order to avoid those circumstances, in order to avoid those problems, so what the extreme people will do is, they will take the feedback at each and every step of the product, what they are implementing the some changes. So they will take the feedback from customers as well as the stakeholder. So that is a point 3 feedback. Next one is a courage. So we can also use the word discipline. So why this courage and discipline came into existence in this XP values? So what is the courage and what is the discipline? So this is the same word. What is that means, why we are using this value in the Beck by this discipline in this extreme programming value is, see, whatever the developers are there, they should be in a disciplined manner. That means they have to work in a disciplined manner. That means like how you people are. So for example, in your classroom, I'm taking a class. So if you people are making some noise, if people are making some chatting with your friends, some people are watching some movies through mobile, like that, if you do all these things, how the faculty will handle your class? Like that also, while developing of the software product, the engineers, the development team, the team should be in a disciplined manner. That means they have to communicate with each other. They should not have any disputes between them. So whatever the product they are developing, they have to go for in a team wise. So they should be in a courage mode as well as in discipline. So this is the 4th point. And 5th point, respect. Why the respect? Say, if you respect one people, they will respect you. Whatever the thing you do in front of others, so the same thing will do by the others to you also. Like that. So if you respect the stakeholders, so whatever the stakeholders giving the values, whatever the stakeholders giving the some requirements, some needed important values, it should be respectable by the developers. So whatever, whoever there in the team, so the team has to take every point given by the stakeholders in a respectable manner. So if the developers give the respect to the stakeholders, then the stakeholders will also respect the developers. So then only the way of product development will be go in very simple manner, I mean easy way. So without any errors, or if there is any bugs, we can also rectify over there. So respect also is a one point in the XP values. Okay. XP process. So XP process. XP is nothing but extreme programming. So what is the process in the extreme programming? Up to now we have seen the XP values. So what are the values further given by the Beck? Given by the Beck. Okay. So now we are going to see the topic of XP process. So what is XP process? So in order to conduct the extreme programming product development, so we have some process values. What are those are? First one is the planning. Second one is design. Next one is coding. And next one is testing. So if you see in the diagram, so key activities, key XP activities. So what does those key XP activities are? So planning, design and coding, testing. So what is done? So first we will go for the planning. So planning. So here there is a planning. So in this planning, what we have to do? So whatever the things we have seen from the first unit onwards, planning is nothing but gathering of the requirements. Gathering of the requirements. That means, so whatever the stakeholder given, so whatever the requirements given by the stakeholder, whatever the communication done with the stakeholder, according to that they have to plan and each and every step. So according to the communication, according to the requirements, according to the needs, whatever the in XP process, everything is in the immediate need. That means at present what is the requirement in the implementation of the changing. That immediate need is done by the extreme programming. It will not go for the future needs. So in future this program has to be developed like this, means we can go for like that. They will not consider the future need. They will only consider the XP programming is the immediate need. So what is at present what is the need for the customers? So they will, in XP programming team will go for the immediate need. So first step is the planning. So how we are seeing the different activities. This XP values are to be done the some XP activities. So whatever the five values we have seen in the previous slide, so those are the XP activities. In order to done the those 5 values will help to done the XP activities, actions and task. Okay, so these planning, design, coding and test, these are the XP activities. These are the activities. Whereas the values, whatever the values I have seen in previous, that communication, simple, feedback, next one is courage or discipline and respect. Those are the 5 values. Those 5 values will to do the XP activities, actions and task. Okay, so don't get confusion about that. This is the 5 values for the XP activities, actions and tasks. Now we are going for the XP process. In process we have the 4 steps. First one is the planning, second one is designing, and thirdly coding, and finally last one is testing. So what is the planning? In planning we will gather the requirements from the stakeholders. What are the requirements we are gathered? So we have to go for the planning. So what step we have to do first? So then what we have to done next? Like that we have to plan everything. So that is a planning point. Next one is the designing. So what is designing? So in designing part, whatever the planning they are gathered the requirements, what are the things they are gathered. So according to that they have to do the some architectural design. So architectural design. That means the way it look, the product after designing, the way it has to be look. Like that they have to do the architectural design. It depends upon the requirements gathering. So if there is any error in the requirements gathering, then architectural design part will go further wrong. So in the 5 values we have said that feedback. One point is the feedback. So after the gathering requirements, after doing the plan, they will go for the customers. They will approach the developers, will ask the customers or stakeholders. So whatever the planning we done is per the requirements of you or not. So they will ask. So that is a one type of feedback. What is the feedback? Feedback is nothing but taking the, if there is any errors or taking of some, what we can say, how the product, feedback is nothing but we are giving the some values, so taking the some inputs from you. So what is the how the product is working, how the product look like, so is it attractable or one, like that how we are taking the feedback in the product. Likewise in planning also, after the planning step is taken, so they will take the feedback from the customers and stakeholders. So whether the what are the things they are considered, what are the values they are considered according to the requirements given by the stakeholder are correct way or not. What are the inputs they are taking from the stakeholders are implemented or not. So everything they will check by the stakeholders in order to get the good feedback. So then if the feedback is good, then only they go for the architectural design. Because if they are not taking the feedback, so whatever the requirements they are taken from the stakeholders, sometimes they may went wrong. Sometimes they will go for the some it leads to some disadvantages. So that's the reason whatever after without the feedback, if the design product, so then it leads to the wrong product. Then the time they invested, then the work they invested, everything will be goes wrong. That's the reason we will take the feedback at each and every step. So after the feedback, if the feedback is good, then they will go for the architectural design. So in the architectural design, so that is the designing part. So in the architectural design, they will go for the some ULM diagrams, unified modeling diagrams, modeling language. This is one of the course. So different diagrams will have. According to the diagrams, they will design the product according to the requirements in the planning done. So after the designing, they will go for the coding. So in that coding, they will implement the some logics. They will implement the some language through some programming languages, whether they are Java or according to the customers, either Java or C or C++ or .NET or Python. So whatever the thing they want, according to that they will go for the coding. So in the coding they will implement the programming language and they will write some logic in order to get the output as per the requirements given by the stakeholder. So that is the coding. So after architectural design also they will go for the feedback again. So after going the feedback, if this architectural design is okay for the customers or stakeholders, then they will go for the coding. So this coding part will not take feedback from the, in the coding part means in between the coding part, that means whatever the logics they have written, they have to check the each and every step of the input. So whatever the input they are giving, after writing the code, what is the output they are getting? They have to check each and every step. So if it is okay, then they will go for the testing. So in this testing part also, in this testing part, they will go for the different types of testing. Unit test, acceptance test, so we have so many of the testings. So the testings will come later. So what is a unit test and what is acceptance test is? So right now I am going to give the only two testings. One is the unit test and one is the acceptance test. Unit test is nothing but unit. Unit means small part. So whatever the code, for example, website development. So in the website development, we will go for the two parts. We will divide these two parts. One is the front end and next one is the back end. We will divide into two parts. So front end is one unit. We will say the front end is one unit, unit 1, and back end is a unit 2. How your chapters are dividing in unit 1, unit 2 like that. Here also the software product they are developing, they will divide, because whole website will not be created by one person. There will be some teams. So front end means they will go for the some team members and back end will be going for the some team members. So front end is one unit and back end is one unit. So unit test is nothing but after completion of the one unit, one part, one module, we can also say that module. So after completion of the one module, they will go for the some testing. That is called as a unit testing. That means each part of the program they will check. For example, so if you write some Java programming, you are writing some Java program. So in Java program, what you people have to write? So you are implementing some C is equal, swapping of a two variables. So temp is, you will take a one temporary variable, some A is equal to B and B is equal to A. You have written the logic like this. So after writing this logic, what you people do, you will check whether this logic is working as per the my requirements or not. You will check like that. So if the values are swapped at the end of the program, then you will take that as a, so okay, this unit, that means this logic is working like that. That is the unit testing. So checking of the each module of the project, each module of the product is called as a unit testing. Next one is the acceptance testing. So acceptance testing is nothing but after developing of the software product, it will go on for it will given to the stakeholder. So it will be given to the stakeholder. So the developers also will be along with them. The developers also will be along with them. They will go for the execute the program in the stakeholders environment. That means in stakeholders system. Okay, when the developers are executing the in stakeholder systems, it is as per the requirements of the stakeholders, then it is called as the acceptance testing. So these are the different steps we will go for the XP process. So if you see in the diagram, we have this see, first is the planning one. So we have done the planning, and next we have gone from the some design part. So next we go on for the some coding, and next we have come from the some testing. So after testing, is per according to the requirements or not, they have to check. If it is not according to the requirements, again they will go for the planning, and again they will go for the design, and again they will go for the coding, and again they will go for the testing. So the process will be continuous one. So this is about the XP process.